everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda, and today I'm out of my garden and I am about to plant some greens for the fall. I'm going to plant some mustard greens, some turnip greens, and some collard greens. So let's get started. So this is one of the areas that I decided I'm going to plant some of my greens this year. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my area. And prepping the area could mean that you're just going to remove any remaining weeds that's in the area, and then you want to add some more potting mix if you need to, and that's what I'm going to do. I just removed a few weeds. Go ahead, I'm going to add some more potting mix to my bed. I've been looking for this. And I'm not going to add a whole lot of potting mix to this bed. I just want to kind of get my soil fluffy, get me a nice layer on top, because as I told you in a previous video, once I plant my greens, these greens were planted thick last season and they kept the weeds down in my bed. I know I had greens in this bed, and this bed did not give me a big problem this year. This is the bed that I have my asparagus in, and it did not give me a problem this year. I did not have a weed problem in this bed, and last season I know for sure that I did have mustard greens in this bed. So this year I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put greens in this bed. I also had greens in that bed, but that bed still gave me a problem this year. But I'm going to plant these greens. I'm going to plant them thick, and I am going to just sow them into the soil. I'm not going to start with any starts for my mustard greens. I never do. I never have started with starts. I always just direct sow my mustard greens, turnip greens, and collard green seeds. So now I'm just going to kind of spread this little soil that I have put in this bed. I'm going to spread it out. I may have to put some more soil in here. I don't want to, because y'all, this soil is not cheap. And I don't want to go over there fooling around in the compost bed. I work better with my compost during the cold months when I don't have to worry about snakes. I don't fool around. I add compost, but I don't really go over there and get compost out in the hot months. That's just me. So there's some more grass that is sticking up. And there's going to be some grass sticking up. I am not planning on getting every little piece of grass out of this bed. One reason I decided to go ahead and put these greens in today, it is looking like it is about to rain. And y'all, we haven't had rain in weeks. And so that made me feel like maybe we were fixing to have a change in our weather. And so I'm going to take that chance that we are. And I'm going to go ahead and plant my greens now. And even if these, greens come up pretty fast, especially when it's hot, but they don't like hot weather. And they will, it will burn them up, or if they're already up, they will bolt. So I'm just taking a chance on these greens right now because I feel like we, you know, only got a few more days or a couple of weeks of this heat left. So I want to go ahead and have my greens planted. And with my experience with growing greens, even if they do, if the sun comes out really hot, the greens come up and the sun comes out hot and kills them, I'm going to have enough seeds in here. It's not going to kill them all. Because I'm going to sow these greens thick. Okay, I might add a little more soil. Let me see if I can spread these out some more. I still have my peppers in here, and I still have a tomato plant in this bed. Okay, so this bed is going to have the mustard and turnips in this bed. So we'll go ahead and get my seeds out. Matter of fact, I bought 2 different mustard greens. I bought out some purple mustard, which they're really red, and I have some curly mustard. So what I'm going to do is, and I have my turnips and my collards. I'm going to put the mustards right next to each other, and then have the turnips. I'm going to have 3 different varieties of greens in this bed. So we're just going to go ahead and sow them. And as you can see, I purchased these seeds in bulk. And so there are a lot of seeds in there. And these seeds were $3.95. And I keep them inside of a zipper bag because some will waste out. It's impossible not to waste them, so I'm not even going to try not to waste them inside this bag. I'm just going to go ahead and pour them in. So right on this end is going to be my turnips. And I'm just going to sow them thick. Okay, so that is my turnips. And will I thin them out? Yes, I will. When I'm harvesting them, when I'm getting ready to put them in the pot, that's when I'm going to thin them out. Okay, here are the purple mustards. And I purchased these online. So there's a difference. I probably paid about $5 for these. But I'm sure the reason why I did that is because they didn't have this variety when I went to the store. Okay, so I'm not gonna sow them so thick because I don't have as many of those seeds. I would like to have some of these seeds for later. So I went ahead and I made my labels. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick those labels in right now. So on the end, I have my turnip. In the middle, I have my purple mustards. we're gonna try not to lose these labels this year. And then on the end are gonna be my curly mustard. And I know I have some regular mustard seeds somewhere, but I did not have them with my other green seeds, so I have to look for those, and I'll be planting some more mustard greens somewhere else. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sow these. These are my curly mustard green seeds. And this is the way I sow it, y'all. This is the way we've always done it here. I couldn't plant enough seedlings of greens for the way that we eat greens. We eat a lot of greens year round. And so I need to have greens in the freezer. I share greens with a lot of people. So I got to make sure that I have enough greens. So like I said, this is only going to be one of my beds of greens. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to get another bag of soil, and I am going to sow those collards in that bed. I don't know what I did with my glove. These weeds are in there, and this is where there are a lot of ants. So I don't plan to get bit up by ants today. So I am going to just go ahead and put this in, put this soil in. Y'all forgot to put my fertilizer in there, so I'll just go back and put some in there. The best way to do it is to try to get as many of your weeds out as you possibly can. Y'all, you will need to kind of add more soil to your bed after the end of seasons, because during the season you watered and you've had plants in here that have depleted your soil. So you want to add more soil so that you can get some good, healthy growth when you plant your seeds. Keep an eye on these ants. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna plant my collards. I know I came out here with 2 gloves, but I only got 1 now. Go ahead, I'm gonna pour some. Oh, there my glove is. And y'all, I'm gonna have to replant my carrots again because they have not germinated in one of the containers. So, like I was telling you all, if they don't germinate after a period of time and you know that they should have germinated, go ahead and plant them again. Don't just let the time go by and at the end when it's time for harvest you don't have any carrots because you didn't replant. You have to go ahead and replant. I don't care how many times it takes until you get a good germination where you can feel like you're going to get a decent harvest. Unless, now if you look and you see that you don't have time, that there's not enough time left in the growing season for you, then there's no need to replant. But with those carrots, there's plenty of time, so I can go ahead and I can replant those and have a good harvest. Okay, so this is going to be from a collard. And I got some Georgia collards. And y'all remember a couple of weeks ago I got these 3 for $1. And there are not that many in here. But I won't need as many collards. We don't eat as many collards. I'm just using this whole packet. Yeah, we don't eat a whole lot of collard greens. We're mostly mustards and turnip eaters. We love spinach. So I will be planting some spinach also. I'm not sure. I might plant some, I don't know. I might plant something like that, I'm not sure yet. Okay, so now I want to get my fertilizer and my seeds out of the way and go ahead and water my seeds in. I see what my water's feeling like. Okay, it's okay. Now, it has cooled down out here. Cooler. Well, this would be perfect if it rains. Although I'm not in no hurry for these seeds to pop up. I just want to go ahead and get them in the ground just in case 1st of September I'm too busy doing other things, homeschooling the kids and everything. This will be one of the things that's off my list. And like I said, if they don't germinate, or if they germinate and they die, I will be back out here planting them again because I got plenty of seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark my collard greens. I got my label. Okay, so we got those marked. And I am still trying to decide what I'm going to add to this bed. And as I told you all, I have these asparagus crowns all throughout this bed. So whatever I plant in this bed, I want to make sure that they're not going to interfere with my asparagus crown. So I had thought about beets, but beets would interfere. If I were to plant beets in this bed, I would have to be pulling. I don't need to put any root crops in this bed. I need to have something in this bed that has a shallow root, like a bean. A bean would grow fine in this bed. I could harvest beans out of here, and then when it's time to pull them up, I could easily pull the roots without disturbing my asparagus crown. So that is one thing that I could put in here if I find one that has a short growing, a short maturity date. Okay, y'all, I decided I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some spinach in this bed. This is Melody Hybrid, and it has a maturity date of 40 to 50 days. So that means we should be eating spinach really soon. So I have my label. These seeds are just a little bit larger than those green seeds, but I'm still going to sow them just like that. And I am going to save my other pack in case I don't get good germination, and then I have to plant these. And then I still have room where I can plant other stuff underneath these, because this is gonna be coming out. This is my ground cherry. Then I have, what is this? Oh, that's a pepper. right there. So it's gonna be staying in for a while, but this will come out. So I still will have room to plant something else over here. And those seeds were not as small as the mustard green seeds, but they are still small enough for me to sow them on top of the ground. Some of those spinach seeds be kind of big. I planted some last season that were large, and they did not do very well. And when they did germinate, they were weird. I did not like that spinach, but this looks more like the spinach that I'm used to. So I have to remember the name of this one so that if it works, if it's good, then this is what I'll be using. But I still have some of those seeds from the one that I had last year, so I won't be bothering to plant those. There was some huge, weird spinach. It wasn't Malabar, because I planted that, but it did not grow, but this is something else. Okay, so now we got our spinach planted. We have turnip greens, mustard greens, and collard greens. Okay, you all, in this space, I decided I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant some beets. I'm going to plant some golden beets in here. All in this. I'm glad I saw them before they got on me. I'll come back and put some cinnamon in here. Okay, so I got one right here. I'll put 3 in here. One here. One right there. Yeah, water them in after I mark them. Okay, I only had a little bit of cinnamon. This is what Gardening with Lisa says she uses for her ant problem. And so I'm going to add some cinnamon in there. I don't want them to eat my beets. But I'm going to also add, since I was short on cinnamon, I'm going to add some red pepper flakes. And hopefully this will deter them, get them out of here. Maybe if they eat on that red pepper flakes, they'll get on out of there. I got a lot of red pepper flakes, so I go ahead and put them in there. I don't know, they might like it, but we'll see. So we've got some golden beets planted. We have some collard greens, some spinach, some mustard greens, some turnip greens, and we have regular mustard. Well, they weren't regular. They were the red mustard and some curly mustard. And so we got a lot planted today. Okay, you all, so I have went ahead and prepared this bed, and I went inside, found my broadleaf mustard seeds, and this is where I am going to sow them in. And like I told you, I just scatter them in the bed. I put them out real thick. Now, this is just the way I do it. There are many ways, obviously, to do it. So this is the way that I do it. I do not make seedlings of my mustard, turnip, or collard greens. I do of some of my kale. And this is the bed that I had the potatoes planted in, and it got overtaken by weeds, and there were only tiny potatoes in this bed, so I just threw them back in there and kept it going. Not gonna worry about them. And so now I have my label somewhere. Okay, so I got my label, broadleaf mustard. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here, and I'm just gonna water it in. Wait for them to come up. And like I told you, if they don't come up and germinate in a reasonable amount of time, I got plenty of seeds, I'll just put them back in there. And these are last year's seeds, but I plant mustard greens year after year using the same seeds, because as you see, I have so many seeds, I could never use all those seeds in one season. So I use them till they're gone. So I've never really had a problem with my mustard greens or turnip green seeds not germinating. I have with spinach. That's why I try not to buy a whole lot of spinach seeds at one time. Okay, so that's all we're gonna plant for today, y'all. We'll be planting a lot more stuff in the next few videos. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you have not already subscribed. Go ahead, hit that notification so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.